What up?
Thanks to Paradise over there. Boss. You want to say that? Boss in all the ways. All right, so disclaimer, there's going to be cussing, so y'all going to have to let that go. Because I'm giving it to you real. J Essence Journey, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. But let me be honest with you. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick with the rivers and the lakes. Something, wait, this is the part, but nothing at all. But sometimes you're moving too fast. That is exactly what the hell happened with me trying to act like I'm gonna plan a special trip for my line sister and not slowing my tail down and actually reading the fine print. So I'm gonna sit here and say we are at, I keep messing the word,
Nwangwe.
Nwangwe Nwangwe National Park. And to be honest with you, this place is freaking amazing. It is beautiful. And I'm going to disclaimer, everything that happened that I'm going to complain about is 100% my fault. It's 100%. Like, I'll even go 110. I will blame somebody because I feel like I have the right to, but it's my fault. It's my fault. But we're here, we're at, what is this place called?
Mwenge Hilltop View.
Oh, girl, you remember stuff. I don't be remembering nothing.
You remember where them benches were?
Bench one. Here's the special tree too. I remember how to get home. I'll tell you that much. I remembered how to get home. Um, Nguyen Hilltop View. Well, it's like I hope you can see it. If not, I'll be posting pictures later on Instagram. It's a beautiful place. So she's in town, and I'm up here like I never get a break. I never get to do anything. I don't ever go to Kivu or anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this time out and kill the workaholic vibes. I'm going to adventure with my line sister because that's what we do. We're the baddest. We're gonna conquer, things and whatever. Dumb. Next time we are straight gonna be in what mocktails and poolside services. So I set up. Shout out to Two Tanks Bosco and Annie with the girl. He just told me his name. Something 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 Safari. I'll shout it out later. But they helped me set up. I decided, my fault, that we are going to the waterfall and we're doing the canopy thing. And I said we're going to do both in the same day. Because issue number one, I've been watching everybody on YouTube taking their little pictures, flowing with the water in the background, doing the little cross signals and everything else like that. People living their best life, taking best photos. And I'm like, bet I'm going to do this. And in my mind, I was like, you don't even know the whole story. I was like, I'm gonna take me a picture in a swimsuit before I turn 45 that I'm proud of, and I'm gonna be right there in the waterfall. I'm gonna do the little TLC dance and be like, I'm here, I conquered, I'm so happy. And I went on the freaking cabbage diet, like to be dead set that I'm gonna be fine because my line take fly pictures, and I was like, I cannot be looking raggedy in this picture. I gotta be tight to death. I practiced the poses. I had my leg over stuff. I had my angles down. I went on the cabbage diet. You're supposed to do 10 days of cabbage. I managed 3. We ain't gonna talk about that. I tried. I tried. But set up this whole thing, ready. And then she can attest to this. We get ready for the waterfall. We on time. We got all the things. We got the itinerary. I put on lipstick. I'm mad because I can't find my earrings. I got on this fly outfit the first time. I had on like these black and white tights and this long, I want to say, was it chiffon? Long chiffon dress shirt. Girl, I was lipstick looking fly, and then I saw she had on her Delta shirt, so I decided to change it up. Because, like I said, I was determined for us to take a picture doing the pyramid in front of the waterfall. She didn't even know I had all this in my plans. I had this stuff planned out. We get to, oh, and I'm talking major stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm at the park place. All the rec people love me. I'm funny. I'm cracking jokes left, right, left, right. First thing I'm going to sit there and say, before you do anything at Ingway Park, make sure your system is regular. Because you don't need to be out nowhere in the wilderness stuck having to do something. So that's just a disclaimer. You need to do that. So we sitting there. That's when the man, I forgot his name, starts with a V. Good guy,
I
great
call
guy.
it Victor.
It was not Victor, but it was like
Yeah.
Vior. It was something elegant. It was something elegant with a V. So he's like, hey, just so you know, this is a rainforest. You make sure you have your rain jackets. Now, the crew that was, I was like, check. That's when I look at Sheeta like, we ain't got no rain jackets. Like, I feel like I missed the debriefing on what you're supposed to wear. Because they got rain jackets. I look down, they got professional hiking boots and sneakers on. And he's like, here's your walking stick, and you need to tuck your pants because of fire ants and stuff like this. And I'm sitting here like, I just don't feel like I was properly debriefed on what to expect. Sir, is it too late for us? So to get socks, I'm mad because I feel like I don't have enough cushion in the socks because I am in a professional hiking boots. So that's when it dawned on me, Jay, you ain't really asked no questions on during this tour. Probably the first question I said is, yo, since we gotta get packed up for fire ants and everything, how far is it to the waterfall? And he was like, oh, it's only a 3-hour hike.
Lies. Lies from the pit of hell. Oh my God.
So I didn't think you heard him because you just didn't register. Maybe you was still asleep. Cause I was just like, in my mind, like, oh, I don't think I properly planned for this. Like immediately I'm going into camp leadership, country girl mode. Like, I don't think I'm prepared. Like we ain't got bug spray. That was a good thing though. Like it really wasn't bug, but like we have nothing. Like I would have braided down the puff. We have nothing. So it's too late. We there. So we get the walking stick. I'm still talking so much shit. I'm cussing. I'm talking so much shit. I done told the man I got the biggest stick, and he was like, "You don't need this big stick. You need a little stick." I said, "Do you know how to work a big stick?" Like I'm talking so much shit. And everybody laughing. They're like, oh my God, this girl is so funny. I am pure J Essence mode. I crack some more jokes. Girl, I think I'm embarrassed, Rashida.
You can never embarrass me.
Because y'all
We are
know.
beyond that. We are completely beyond that.
Baby, we get to the place, like I said, beautiful. And they also have other activities. So they have like we should have done the tea plantation and dance tour. Now that we've done this, like I know we should have done the tea plantation dance tour. We should have, now I feel like we should have just played with the chimpanzees. I think that might have been a little bit better. We turn to like the first turn in because like we have to walk through the tea park and there's this one and only hotel that is gorgeous. It's like $3,000 a night, so you know we wasn't allowed nowhere near there. And we get to the first place and that's when the man pops up and he pulls out this avocado and he's giving us like the educational tour, the avocado and the bitter of the nut, and we looking in the bitter of the nut and the avocado, learning how the monkeys eat it because their stomach hurts and all that stuff. Like we learning, we educating, we growing, we coming better as a nation, right? And then that's when we start walking. Issue number one. Issue number one, and I can't talk bad. I'm not talking bad about the people we with. I actually love them. They are cool people because I'm gonna tell you they saved me. But issue number one is Tarzan Jane, who's in front of us, is doing her own eco-friendly tour where she's stopping and checking on vines and moving stuff out the jungle, talking about I think I can swing on this. And that's my first eyebrow up because I'm not touching nothing Mother Nature already put there. Like like first of all, these trees are tall, like you can't see the top of these trees. And she's sitting there shaking vines and stuff. And I'm like, if something fell out this tree and hit me on my head, it's gonna be a whole new. She taking a picture and this is a grasshopper. Like, yes.
Yo, crickets.
Do you hear the crickets? And I'm up here like, yes. And I think that's when I kind of hurt her feeling because I was not engaging because I'm in the elements. Like, this is not what I was born into. And like I told Sheeta, like, I really thought one day I was going to be in the army. No, never. I know my spot in life. I know why I stay where I stay. I am a country girl. I am a plains country girl. I'm a country girl with fields. You know, I can do field. I can't do mountains and terrains. So she's shaking vines and going and all this other stuff. So which really throws off our rhythm because every time she stopped, we got to stop. Now she got an adventuresome daughter and stuff who just jump and scale and all the stuff in front of us. But that stops us. That's when they hollered out real smooth, real smooth. Like I almost didn't hear it was like a whisper. They were like, ah, snake. Stop the presses. Excuse me. And they were like, no, 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 don't worry, snake. And the other lady's like, oh, it's not a snake. There's two snakes. So I'm sitting here like, and I looked at Rashida. I was like, hey, this hike is over for me. I was like, hey, we done. Like, we're cool. Like, I don't care. It was only 20 minutes in. I ain't care. I only saw 20 minutes of this hike. I'm done. And she came back. What did you say?
We got to keep going. We got to,
She mantraed up. She is mantra. You were mantraed up at the beginning. She was mantraed up. And then she turned around. And this is the cutest thing because she was like, Jay, there's nothing else to do but go forward. You must move forward. She's like, that's the only direction. I said, no, there's another direction. It's called backwards. And I'm quite cool with that. Huh?
I said my words would come back.
You said it come back to haunt you. Yeah. I almost said it too, but I was like, I'm not gonna get my ass whooped on the side of a mountain. I'm not gonna get my ass whooped.
Enough energy.
I ain't got enough balance to get my ass whooped on the side of a mountain. I'll tell you this because I do know my weaknesses. So she was like, and then that's it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love me. I love my line sisters. I love Sheeta because I kept going.
You did.
I kept going. I kept going, and I didn't even talk shit. Oh, because that's what happened now. Once we done turned this corner, ain't no more joking from me. It was no more joke. I was focused. If you think about how you parallel park a car, that was me for 2 hours straight. Just focused. I had brought headphones. Girl, I had a new playlist I was ready to listen to. I don't know what I thought we was doing. But once they said snake, and so the other thing is like it's the trail that you're having to walk, and it's a real trail. And so the only thing that happened is like we hit the trail. It was cool. It was cool. First 30 minutes was cool. I even laughed. Like, shit, they got a bench. Later do we know. Later do we know. Girl, we hit one turn, and I looked down, and then I realized how far up we were. And I realized my weaknesses in life. I have balance issues. I have control issues, which is also is very evident. I'm Virgo. But I have balance issues. And the higher up I am, the more gravity can work against me. And that ain't cool. Now, I'm going to tell you this. While I'm in focus mode, my whole motif changed. Because the one thing I'm thinking about is how I ain't going to be the motherfucker that die on this mountain.
And you said that Sheeta don't die. I said, don't say that.
Because let me tell you what I was thinking. You don't realize this, right? I do have an ego, and there was 3 things that I knew that could not happen. One was ain't no medevac could come get me. We was not in no place where a helicopter could come and save my ass. So I better not let shit happen to me because not only could not a medevac come get me, I don't know how long it would take them to get me. So the sad thing is if you did trip and fall and do something, I might have to hike my ass back up this hill half broken. That ain't a good look. Number 2, a bitch ain't got no insurance. So I'm not gonna break my own shit and have to pay for it full price. So that kept me real grounded and level with my decision making because I can't do a slip. Number 3, you have never heard nobody ever in Rwanda who fell down the mountain and died. And my name ain't gonna be the most first. I'm not gonna be the first. I do not. What people be like breaking records and boundaries. Nuh-uh. My name will not go down. So I knew whatever happened, I was gonna get to the waterfall. It just was not gonna be pretty. And it was not. So at what point we going? There's this point where I think the tour guide realized it was serious because I got on my knees and crawled down one of the things. That's when everybody realized, oh, she ain't playing. Because I can't see. The thing is when you get down, like when you can't see that, I got my tail down and scooched down some steps, right? And when I was scooching, everybody is like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm scooch. I'm actually happy in a scooch. I'm quite fine with a scooch. But now we at this situation where it wasn't even that bad first. We got to the first waterfall. So I only had done one scooch, so they weren't really embarrassed yet. It gets better. We get to the little waterfall, And she looks at me, she's like, this better not be the main waterfall. Like, I know. It was like a little baby waterfall. Everybody taking pictures at the baby waterfall. So I'm not in my anxiety mode. I'm not stressed out yet. But I do what I know I should not have done. I don't like a whole bunch of extra movement when I'm nervous. But I decided to go ahead and do my best self and try to take a picture. And I pull out my phone. When I pull out my phone, my walking stick falls into the waterfall. So we sitting there, and I'm on the bridge, and my waterfall, like it's down. It's like real down. It ain't like you could just pick it up. Like you gotta trek down to save the stick. And I wanted to be like strong enough to be like, no, nobody, just. But I needed the stick because I was using the stick. So that's when because black men already save you. And so the tour guy was like, "Call me if you ever need me." He did save me, but that first time he was like, "Call me if you ever need me." He didn't hear me when I was calling him to get the water stick until later. And so that's when, like I said, remember the people that was with us, and they had like the super daughter. Super daughter was like, "I can get the stick." And normally I'd be like polite, like, "No, no, no." And I was like, "Bet, baby, you can." And so she forges a pathway. God, I love this girl. She done forged a pathway so she can get the stick. That's when the tour guide saw and jumped into action. So they torched this pathway together to get the stick. This is why I love her. And I don't know if it's her boyfriend or husband, whatever. But he knew to get the picture because the Instagram post after her saving my stick was going to be fire. So he was in true boyfriend husband mode, taking pictures and everything. And they went in and they saved my stick. I do think I have a picture of me getting the stick saved. Like, and they gave the stick, and then she stayed down for about 10 more minutes taking Instagram pictures and stuff. And it was fly. She was like, because she was in the water. She was in the water saving water sticks, okay? Cool. I got my stick. We doing our thing. Baby, we keep walking. We keep walking. We keep walking. We keep walking. Another 30 minutes. That's when it got real. This is when I have recognized I ain't got no athletic abilities. I ain't got strong ankles. I'm sitting here and having to go. And so I'm like back on my ass, scooching across Mother Nature's terrain in order for me to hit these curves to go down. Because these stops are rocks and stuff. Like, it's a natural path. So that's when the tour guide is like looking at me and he's like, please don't do that. And I'm like, why? Like, this is the only way I know how to keep myself alive is by scooching and getting some place. Because you think my equilibrium is going to be cool with being a straight vertical. My equilibrium is not cool with being a straight vertical. My equilibrium is cool being low to the ground. Like, I'm one of those people, if you hear shots fired, bam, what did you do? You get low to the ground. If everything's on fire, you're supposed to stop, drop, and roll. Like, everything I have learned in survival instincts is get low to the ground. So I'm down with being low to the ground. So at this point in time, he's like, please don't. And I said, why can't I not do this? And he's like, but I said, a rock's poisonous? And he said, yes. And I said, well, that's a hell of a way to go. I kept going on the ground. Because you gotta choose. Am I gonna fall? Like, even if I die from a poisonous rock, that is a better obituary death than the bitch slipped on the mountain, right? So at this point, every time something happened, he putting his hand out. This poor baby has never dealt with a 45-year-old black American woman who's independent and knows all the lyrics to Destiny's Child. I'm a survivor, independent woman, all this other stuff. So he putting his hand out, and I'm like, no, move, baby. I'm trying to be polite with it. Like, move, baby, I got it. I got the hand out. He was like, can't you trust me? And the sad thing is, baby, no. Like, you don't know how many niggas done broke my heart. Like, no, I have trust issues. I can do this myself. I'm good. So he constantly putting his hand out, and I'm constantly like, no, no. And I think Rashida see his feelings getting hurt. So now she's like, Jessica, let the man do his job. Jessica, let the man do his job. And I'm sitting here like, I really do want him to do his job, but I'm not ready for him to do his job with me. Like, I got this. Don't be ashamed because I'm sitting here, butt to the ground, hands to the ground. Girl, I'm hugging the tree moss at certain points. Like, I'm hugging on the trees to get by.
You doing live?
Mm-hmm. Oh. While you on live? And so I'm on the tree moss. So at one point in time, he puts his hand out, and I'm like, bet, all right, I kind of don't have this angle. Let me put my hand out. I put my hand out. You saw this, right? I want proof that I relinquished control. Now I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I relinquished control. She doesn't know the story of I can't. What is that dang on dance? You know how you salsa dance with a partner?
Yeah.
I can't salsa dance. Do you know why?
Allow somebody to lead.
I don't allow somebody to leave. So that's why I knew not to give him my hand, because I knew he was going to give me a signal to go one way and my ass might go another and I'll be down the mountain. Like, I really do know. Like, I was constantly telling people, I do know my weaknesses. I do know what I'm not good at. So he put his hand out. I grab his hand. Guess who slipped? My and I think I almost threw his ass off the mountain, because when he slipped, I pushed. So I looked at him. I was like, "Can I do it my way?" So I think it was hurt because he tried to do it again, like we did somewhere, and then he walked again. He was really good, and he was like, "Look, this is all you have to do. Do just like me." He did a jump, 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 jump. Girl, he slipped again. I said, "I'm gonna do it my way. Thank you, baby." So we get someplace. I finally did let him help me because I knew what I was doing. Like, I'm strategic. I'm an overthinker. I know what I was doing. But we get all the way down. We get to the bottom. We are now at the real waterfall. I think. I think we're at the waterfall. Everybody's there. People have gone in front of me. And then I was like, oh my God, this is my time. Let me have my anxiety attack. Like, let it flow. I do. Like, you have to plan these things. I can't have no anxiety attack in the middle of the mountain. I might die. Tear come here. You know, I can't be loose with it. But you can have strategically planned anxiety attacks. You don't know. You don't know how much black women really be putting up. We plan our anxiety attacks. I have my anxiety attack. I'm crying. The water's rushing. I'm like, God, cleanse me. Thank you. All this other stuff. I breathe. I look. Everybody has gone up. I'm there by myself. And part of me was like, I could stay here and be just fine. But then that's a punk move. Like, everybody got to the end, and I paid money for this tour. That's the kicker. Anytime I pay money for something, I'm probably going to see it through. So I now have realized I had my anxiety attack 15 minutes before we really got to the real waterfall.
Like, but just getting when we finally got to the stairs to go up to the waterfall, I was like, who made this shit? Who thought this was okay? This is not okay.
Them things was so slick and
Yeah.
we look like Journey to the Center of the Earth. We look like Journey to the Center of the Earth. That was the hardest part with the girl, that 15 minutes to the waterfall. So then we finally make it to the waterfall, to the point where my guy claps for me.
Ham sandwich.
Ham is over here. Oh, girl, your sandwich looks good.
This one is balsamic.
Okay.
That's a beautiful looking sandwich. Let me see my beautiful looking sandwich.
It's a chicken sandwich.
I am happy here with the chicken sandwich because I deserve it.
Okay.
Okay. So we at the Journey Center Earth. We are now officially at the waterfall.
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's mixed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
May I get some ice for the room?
Yes.
Ice full?
Ice.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, I can take it.
Because if not, they might stand out there.
Yeah.
Or you're between.
Yeah, now it's fine. Thank you.
Oh, girl, it's good. I'm down. Now, here's the thing I think where I scared everybody. Because since I made it this far, I did a gangster move. And I went to the part of the waterfall that was like off limits. Because I was like, if I'm going to be here. And I had my serene moment with God. Because this is what I did know. I ain't never coming back. I knew. Let me say that one more time. I am never coming back. So I'm sitting there in the mist. Even Tarzan Jane was like, you were in the mist. Yes, I got into the mist. I prayed. I never pulled out my phone. Because I was like, I'm not dropping this phone in this waterfall. I know me. And then we went and we did the pictures, right? We did all the pictures and everything. At this point in time, I think I'm pretty much like I have the IEP on the hike. Everybody knows like J Essence is the special ed kid on the hike. Like everybody was easy. When it was time to turn back, they left us. I saw them for like 5 minutes. They left us. I'm sitting back with the teacher, feeling on rocks and everything, double checking ankle space, measuring metrics and everything else. But they don't know nothing about me. Let me tell you what I do know. Where were we going when we were leaving?
We were supposed to go to a canopy.
No, we were supposed to go home.
When we were leaving?
And, okay, leaving the waterfall, because you messed up my whole drop the mic.
Oh, hard.
Leaving the waterfall, I knew we was going home. And I also knew we had food. So they didn't understand there was a new motivation. I was gonna get out of there, no matter what. And so what? We get back. Guess who took the lead? Your girl looked like Spider-Man going out. I looked like Spider. I was doing moving the stick over, hopping over stuff. He was like, "Oh my God, you going up is great. Yeah, I can go up. I can't go down." Shout out to any men who want to ask what that means. So I'm gonna have to front on you, Miss Mantra over here, who helped me get down, conquer my fears, told me how I'm a conqueror. All of a sudden stops and says, "I'm tired of this.
Tired of this shit.
I'm tired of this shit."
Get out of here.
And I'm looking at her like, we still got an hour and a half to go. Baby, them three benches came in handy because we was literally walking step by step, step by step to get to things. I'm trying to give her markers to let her know that we're getting closer. At one point, she was like, "You can stop talking now. Not a problem. Not a problem."
No, I said, you don't have to announce everything.
You don't have to announce girl, I'm trying to do scouting. My mom would have been proud. I'm scouting. I'm leading. I'm like, incline up, incline right, left, hold, bridge. You ain't got to announce everything. I'm just trying to be helpful. And it took us, I do think we got there, and then it was identifying species. And he is born in October. And we didn't need to. That poor man was waiting. We drank a whole thing of water. Shout out to you and your portable fan.
Oh, my portable fan.
And so now we supposed to go to the canopy. This is what I have learned. I didn't ask the right questions. I never asked how far do you have to travel to get somewhere. Number two, did I ever read the fine print? Because the very first thing, if you go to the website, because Sheeta had to check me, like as soon as we got to the car, she Google searched, and the very first one was like, "You must have patience, confidence."
I can put that in my story too, so people know we ain't no punks. We just hear some shit.
That is the disclaimer. It's like, you must have patience, confidence. They gave a good 4 adjectives or 5 adjectives in order for you to do this, what you supposed to be like.
Had we known what we know now, we wouldn't have done it.
We ain't, You don't understand? So we have canceled the canopy.
Yeah.
It was easy. It was a very easy cancellation. It was no. In fact, then I think God was shocked, like, y'all